With us now to talk about that, Dean of Admissions at Georgetown Law, Andy Kornblatt, and also Senior Director of Student Affairs and Programs at the Association of American Medical Colleges, Jeffrey Young. Jeffrey, I'll start with you. I heard all these guys that were a little older than me talking about how they got inspired to go into government because of JFK. And man, when I was in Congress, it seems like so many people, when I said, well, why did you get involved? And a lot of times it went back to being inspired by JFK. Here, the Fauci effect, obviously inspiring a lot of people to get into healthcare. You have quite a surge now, don't you?
Yes, we do, Joe. And, you know, the thing that I really want to just emphasize is, you know, the Fauci effect is not something that the AAMC coined, but I want to paraphrase Dr. Fauci that if it increases those interested in medicine, then we're happy to utilize his name. You know, 18% is unprecedented when you think about the fact that on average, the number of applicants that apply to medical school from year to year is less than 2.5%. So we do think at some level that while it does take several years for a applicant to strengthen their application for medical school, it takes, you know, several years. However, we do think that the heroic efforts of our frontline workers has motivated them.
Yeah, and Andy, I remember back during the Mueller investigation, where every night it was this no-nonsense FBI guy just following the law, going after the law, and this belief that no man or woman was above the law. Are you thinking during that time, regardless of how it ended, that was probably going to inspire a lot of younger Americans? And of course, we've seen time and again, even Trump-appointed judges being the ones keeping this constitutional republic in check against some of the president's worst instincts. Are you also seeing a surge in law school applications?
In a major way, Joe. First of all, good morning. Thank you for having me. Nationally, applications are up about 30 to 35%. It's unprecedented. I've been at this job for about 2 centuries. I've never seen anything like that. At Georgetown Law School, our applications are up 60%. I think there's a lot of things at work here, but it feels like a perfect storm of over the last 9 months. First of all, the economy, when the economy turns down, applications tend to go up, recessions, there's a history of that, but not like this. That would explain some of it. People at their computers, so it's a little bit easier to apply now. That would explain some of it, but that would explain an increase of 10%, 15%. The surge we're seeing now almost daily where I work, I think is a perfect storm of law dominating everything. I mean, I watched the first hour of your show as I usually do. And law is everywhere and involved with everything, which means lawyers are everywhere and involved with everything. George Floyd, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the election, health justice, immigration, the entire population has now learned about the Southern District of New York, the 25th Amendment. All of that is all law related. As you said, Joe, you know, it's the judiciary and the courts and the judges that are putting up red lights all the time. And the students I see are energized and committed to doing real good out in the world. I've had the pleasure of interviewing 1,200 of these kids by Zoom. I've been to 46 states and 6 continents by Zoom. And these are idealistic kids who are excited to be applying. They're not doing this as a default. This reminds me a lot of the 60s, where they've decided to run into the burning building. Except what we've discovered is that there are about 10,000 burning buildings.
Well, what seems to me to be so exciting about this is the law has been the one area where there has been bipartisan support, Andy, for the constitutional norms that many of us, I'll speak for myself here, have been concerned with because they were being pushed at and prodded at by the executive branch. but it seems that you have just as many Republican-appointed federal judges, Federalist Society judges, Trump-appointed federal judges who time and again have said, no, we don't really care about your political goals. We don't really care about what you're trying to do. We're looking at the Constitution, and this is out of bounds. I mean, it seems to me that both Republican and Democratic students, conservative and liberal students, can all take great pride in the fact that it is the judicial branch that has proven itself to be the institution that has really been a rock, the foundation of this constitutional republic over the past 4 years.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.